Well, my new little martyr has been blown up. I know the guys that did it are taking that capture point up ahead. So I've jumped in my nifty little Italian bomber and I'm going to exact some revenge. I'm being very careful though, because I have heard that in the last patch bombers were made a lot more fragile. So we're going to ease into our approach. We're going a little bit fast, so we have to be careful. I don't want to lose my wings. Oh, there they are. Let's try and track over gently. Too wide. All right, we'll come back around. Nice and easy. Nothing too sharp. Really gently. And, well, that's going to take some getting used to. Hello folks, we're going to have a little ground forces battle, perhaps even two, featuring the Panzer III J, with a cameo appearance again of the SM-79 bomber. Now the Panzer III J was a model just introduced in the last patch, and we're going to take it through its paces in a realistic battle on the jungle map. I believe this is perhaps, it's not the first battle that I ran in this. I think it might be the second battle that I ran in this tank. I don't have any upgrades on it yet. I don't believe at all. Now I like the other Panzer IIIs in game. They're good little anti-tank tanks. They have fairly high velocity guns on them, and they're accurate with good penetration, even with their stock ammunition. So I have high hopes for this little fella. And there's somebody in chat asking why the SPs required to purchase the different vehicles fluctuate from match to match. I haven't noticed them fluctuating. All I've noticed is that they increase. I think they might even double each time that you die and need to purchase another vehicle in realistic mode to continue the match. But I haven't noticed them fluctuating between matches, depending on what map or some other variable, but I'll have to keep an eye on that. If you've noticed it, let me know in the comments. But I think it's set. It just rises in between each time you need to respawn. We're going to go for the main capture point here. It's really the only thing to go for, and I've spawned right beside it, and immediately noticed that I have company and competition for the spawn point. That T-28 is going to attempt to bully me here a little bit. He certainly outweighs me, but I think I've got the edge in weaponry. And I get a nice shot in right off the bat, and he backs off. I don't think he can fire right now. That's probably pretty wise, because he's been hitting some of the stronger parts of his armor I'm still penetrating. Now this is going to be a little tougher nut to crack. KB1. Yeah, I just dinged off his armor there. But still, I think I have the edge in accuracy. I think I've got a better line of fire, and my little NPC tanks on my side are being a pain in the butt. They need to get the heck out of the way. Put another one in and ricochet again. I've gotten some good hits, but get out of my way. Alright, got him anyway. That was a lucky shot. I just barely had an angle. Is that my T-28 again? No, that's an NPC tank. So we'll dispatch that. Now the only question is, where'd the other T-28 go? I'm really not sure. I don't think I did enough damage to him. I didn't really notice, but I don't think he got destroyed. Maybe he did and I just didn't see it, but I sure don't see him anywhere around right now. I do see that T-34 way out there on the rise. Let's see if we can get a good shot at him. Not bad. Did some fairly serious damage, but somebody's shooting me. I'm not sure where that's coming from. It looks like it's coming from behind. Oh, maybe it's an NPC fortification out there. Anyway, it has done a whole lot of damage. So we've got this base now. I don't think I can get another shot in on that guy, unfortunately. So, since there doesn't appear to be anything coming from this side, and I have a teammate, actually, a random squad mate, watching my back, I'm going to turn and face the most obvious angle that I could be attacked from. I would think they would be pushing from this side pretty strongly, but so far, just not seeing a lot of enemy presence over here. While I wait, I'm going to take out a AAA gun or two. I'm still trying to get a handle on the longer range shots with this gun. I think I'm going right over that ground emplacement. Yeah, lower it down a little bit. Okay, there we go. But no one's pressing from this side, and the match is rapidly winding down. Looks like this is going to be a quick and easy win. That's alright, I can use the points. I need to buy some upgrades for this thing. You know, I know they're a limited line, but I have to say, the Panzer IIIs, I don't remember very many bad matches in a Panzer III. To me, they're just a fun little tank. Win, lose, or draw, they're entertaining to run. They've got the mix pretty good, I think, with these tanks. And there we go. That's the match. And my teammate, my squad mate, stuck by me, so we'll get some nice bonuses for that as well. Well, I suppose I should say we should get some nice bonuses, but I don't think he had a chance to really do much. Well, that's alright. Maybe I helped his score out a little bit. Finally, a nice big total to work with here. I'm going to go ahead and start buying up some rather important little upgrades to maneuverability, braking, fire extinguishers, parts. That's always nice. I think I managed to get some upgraded ammo as well. So, time well spent. Now the very next match is on Kuban. So now that we're a little beefed up with some new tech, we're going to see if we can do as well as we did last match. Hopefully it'll last a little bit longer. I'm going to join these fellows swinging around to the north of the map and see if we can't get in some nice flanking shots on anyone going for the B capture point. This is a new little area of the map. That path to the right here, it swings down to the lake, which is kind of scenic. And this is actually the first time I've been this way, so I'm kind of taking in the sights as I go. I don't really get a chance to look around though, because almost immediately some light fast tanks are moving in from my left. I can't get the first one, but I can tag that second one and fortunately set him on fire. I'm just going to mess him up and stop him in place. Go for the second shot here. That's a good hit, but he's not out. There we go. Oh look, the document spawn. Now, my intention at this moment is to head directly for the document spawn and to take it. That's some good points, taking that spawn to help ensure that I'm able to get into another vehicle when this is done. But I have already killed one tank, so I spot somebody off to the left and decide I'm going to pause long enough and just put a shot into him. He probably doesn't even know I'm here. We end up killing each other with synchronized shots. I see a new award I've never seen before, an eye for an eye. And I think that's hilarious. So, we blew each other's heads off. I'm going to jump in the SM-79 and see if I can get the hang of bombing with this thing now in realistic mode. You have to be so incredibly careful not to rip your wings off. When you do your initial dive from altitude, you build up a lot of excess speed. Speed that, in all honesty, this bomber, it just wasn't designed to cope with very well, especially with a full load of bombs on. I think the trick to this, especially in ground forces combat, is to take your time setting up your run. Cut your speed. Descend gradually. Don't build up that huge rush of speed that you're used to in arcade matches or even realistic matches up until this point. Because it can handle it just like it always did as long as you go in a straight line. But if you try and bring your nose up sharply or make any kind of a turn other than the most barely perceptible turn to the right or left, you will rip your wings right off the bomber. You have got to slow down to something more reasonable. In the case of this early model SM-79, that would be somewhere around the 300 kilometer per hour range. Coming in at 400 or more, like I used to, is just simply not an option unless I know I'm perfectly lined up and won't need to maneuver in any direction until I do have a chance to burn off that speed. When I'm coming in, I see a lot of activity right here to the right. There's a Su-76 tank destroyer right next to a friendly NPC tank. I'm going to make the drop and sacrifice the NPC tank, and I'll pick off an anti-aircraft gun with my very next one before I complete my run. One of the guys in chat says, well done, and I don't know if he's being sarcastic because I did blow up a friendly NPC tank with my first bomb. Or I'm hoping that he might be that fellow that was running from that Su-76, and hopefully he realized that I just saved his butt by taking that guy out before he could shoot him in the back of the head. So I hope my team doesn't think I screwed up. I will, right or wrong, take the hit financially, and I will drop a bomb on a friendly NPC tank if I have to. It really screws up the money that I make in a match, but sometimes it's a critical kill. And in this case, it paid off. Those two kills have relieved all the pressure on the bases, and our side is able to move into the bases with very little competition for the rest of this match. Now, don't take what I just said wrong. My team this time around did an excellent job. They were very organized and very focused. But I think that those two bomb drops at that point in time, in that location, I think they had a pretty positive effect on the outcome of the match. You know, I've also noticed since the patch, I get a lot of warning messages to retract flaps when I have not dropped flaps before. In this case I did because I'm coming in for a landing, but I've noticed in certain fighters, particularly in the low-tier Japanese fighters, which I'll have a video or two coming out on those very, very soon, I've noticed that the flaps don't seem to come all the way up after takeoff like they normally do, or perhaps drop down when they're not supposed to. I haven't figured that one out yet, but be aware of that. If you find yourself in the middle of combat and you see that raise flaps error message, just double check your flap position. I've done that, and I've hit my flaps button and they've gone down into like the full position, hit it again, and they come all the way back up, and then I'm fine. I don't know what's up with that, but it's something to be aware of. Anyway, that's the match. I'm pretty pleased with the Panzer III J. I think it's a great little tank, and I'm glad they added it to the game. And now that I'm starting to get the hang of how these bombers perform, I think they're going to be okay too. You just have to treat them like glass if you've built up a lot of speed in your initial dive. Keep that in mind, and I think you'll do okay. All right. That's it for me. I'm out. You have a great rest of the day. And until I see you again, good hunting.